Hey everyone, this is my match reaction of Arsenal 1, Norwich nil. And there we have it, our first 3 points of the season that we desperately needed in this game. I think this wasn't necessarily as easy as a game as we thought it would be. Although it was Norwich, this was the easiest fixture that we would have in the Premier League this season. And I don't want the relief of us getting 3 points to take away and overshadow the fact that there's still key issues in our squad that we need to address, and in terms of the performance today itself. To start off with, I want to say this was a good game and a good debut for Aaron Ramsdale and Tomiyasu, our new right back. They both had done really well. I feel it was underwhelming overall team performance, but individual brilliance wise and individual players that stood out was something I really noticed today, with the likes of Tomiyasu, Ramsdale, Kieran Tierney had done well today. Pepe improved in the second half. In the first half, I really don't think he was up to par. And it just shows that we need all technical players throughout the squad. We suffered with Ainsley Maitland-Niles in midfield, a position that he wanted to have and he wanted to play. With Pepe on the right before Smith Rowe and Partey had came on, we really showed that lack of dynamism in the midfield. Ainsley's passes were straight to the opposition at times, and it just didn't work out. But that goes to say I do prefer him to Granit Xhaka, as Ainsley tries to move the ball forward, whereas Xhaka, it's just a liability at times. And Pepe, it's his third season now. We really need to treat him as a third season signing. Pepe needs to know when to pass the ball rather than just hogging onto the ball. And it kind of ended up hurting players like Lokonga, Saka, and Aubameyang at times. Lokonga was trying to receive the ball off the back line, make sure he's defensively sound, and play the ball along the line. But he didn't have that partner to keep up to par with him and to help him manage that midfield. And, with Thomas Partey back, I want to see that midfield link-up play with Lokonga and Partey, because I think that partnership is going to be something to work out for us. Ainsley really struggled in the midfield, and I don't know if it's a lack of confidence or him not even having the chance before to play in that position, but I personally feel he might not be ready for that role just yet, and I think we should put that to bed. Again, as I said earlier, I do prefer him than Granit Xhaka in some incidents, but Ainsley just didn't look right today and was simply average. We need to put it to rest. We played against Norwich at home, and that's as easy as it's going to be. But let's not let this 3 points overshadow the flaws that we have in our squad that we need to fix up for Burnley onto our next fixture. Now, we played against Norwich at home, and we kind of struggled in that first half. We were struggling to break down Norwich's defensive back line, and we couldn't finish our chances in that first half. Now, the effect of not having Smith Rowe and Partey starting shows how it transpires on players like Saka and Aubameyang in terms of that squad depth that we're lacking. And I think Smith Rowe has to be a player that we start. Pepe, I believe, will show more impact off the bench, and a player to caliber with Saka and to take up some build-up play from parts of the game, also helping Aubameyang even further, would be a player like Smith Rowe. Now, up into the midfield, you can see we're missing some squad depth in the game today. We need to put our best players on that pitch, and we shouldn't have to see these kind of flaws against a small team like Norwich. And Pukki did have good chances there. I was impressed with Ramsdale today, although he didn't have much shot stopping to do today. I think Ramsdale had done well. Having Smith Rowe and Saka drive the ball forward really made it a bit more dangerous for us, but only also gave us the freedom to use Pepe as a finisher, which is really what Pepe consists of, if you think about it. But we really need to see a lot more of what Pepe can offer and start treating him like the third season signing that he is. I really need to see more of what Pepe offers and to see Pepe's value at 70 plus million. When things were not going our way and going well in that first half, Aubameyang showed up, and at least he pressed. He played hard and tried to do his best. And, although that's his role as a striker and with the price tag that we're paying for him, I think he needs to be given some flowers today for that deserved goal. And I know it was just one scrappy goal. We got the 3 points at the end of the day, but let's not get carried away from the fact that we should have made clear-cut chances finish our chances, and again, a lack of creativity in terms of our squad. There was not much link-up play with that midfield. I'm relieved that we got the essential win, and that's what mattered today. We got the 3 points that we desperately needed, but more importantly, I was happy to see the back four how I wanted to see it, and they did all right. There was enough to see from that defensive back line to work as a proper unit going forward, and moving forward into games like Burnley and North London Derby, I need to see more of that. I was impressed with Ramsdale's debut. I think his footwork was really good, even though he didn't have much to do for shot stopping. I think he had done well, taking a bit out of that Norwich press. And he showed he got a bit more from Leno, but it's very too early to say that Ramsdale is a lot better than Leno. It's too early to make that judgment call. Tomiyasu looked comfortable and done well. He was able to use his left foot and was really technical, comfortable on both feet, and to play the ball out, something that I wanted to see. And so far, we're seeing from him only from with one training match. It was nice to see Gabriel and Ben White. With that being said, that pairing of Gabriel and Ben White is very crucial and central to us. Kieran Tierney, as always, bringing a threat into the team in terms of crosses that he brings down the line. And from that left-hand side, we need to see more of Kieran Tierney and able to take our chances from Kieran Tierney's crosses, to finish our chances and not leave ourselves loose at the back when Kieran Tierney goes forward. Odegaard was also a player I was impressed with. Odegaard was given the role of a creator, and he really kind of lived up to that role, getting the ball off easily when he asked for it, and whenever he asked for the ball, he did all right to create enough. He created enough urgency from the minute one, but hopefully upwards and onwards and moving on to the rest of the season into Burnley and North London Derby, I need to see more of Odegaard leading the press, starting transitions, and short and long passes, breaking the lines. He done well, but I need to see more of his decision-making. In decisive moments, he was not all there, and I need to see more from him. I was impressed, though, by his work rate and pressing. It was brilliant. Tomiyasu had a great debut, and I felt Pepe didn't really fit into our starting 11. I would rather we have started Emil Smith-Rowe. Given the circumstances of Smith-Rowe, it was understandable why he didn't start. Going on to play Burnley, we do need to focus on that match and not get carried away at the fact that we got 3 points. And live in the moment, celebrate the 3 points, but also celebrate the Spurs defeat. And it's my birthday weekend, so I'm glad Arsenal did not disappoint me and turned up today at home. I also want to give credit to the fans. The fans were cheering on from minute one, and that's something that we lacked atmosphere of in the last 2 games prior to. Come on, you Gunners. We go again with Burnley next, and I'll be back here for another match reaction. If you guys would like to follow me on Twitter, my Twitter is MissMelina7, and check out my YouTube channel as well for further Arsenal content. It's just Miss Melina on YouTube. Thank you so much, and I'll be back here for another match reaction.